Deadly.
First working set, 10.
People mightn't get the kind of idea of what's going on here. This doesn't seem like the most colossal workout when you look at it like this. It's definitely very much that when you see the approach to each exercise, and basically I'm just going to talk you through that because it's a John Meadows program. Has done Meadows knows what I'm talking about. I basically have Paul work up here. Line leg curls is the first exercise. 3 sets of 15 to warm up. Then 3 working sets, pyramiding up in weight for 10 reps, and for 6 of those reps I have him point his toes away, which basically allows for the kind of tension to hit directly on the hamstring, I feel anyway. And then for the last few reps I make him pull the toes towards the chin just to give him a little bit of a cheat or assistance, because your Achilles tendon kind of flexes and it makes it easier to kind of move the weight a little bit, not too much but enough to kind of squeeze a few reps out. So then on his final set I made him do 10 reps with his last pyramided weight, rest 10 seconds and drop a plate off, then do 8 reps, drop a plate off, do 10 reps after a 10-second rest, which is what you're witnessing here. I just have my hands in the small of his back and I'm pushing his hips down so he doesn't lift them too much. Once he hits the 10 reps, I'll let him rest for a few seconds before getting him to pull the pad a quarter of the way up into the rep and doing an isometric hold. I'll give him a little bit of assistance here because he literally has nothing left in the tank, and remember, like, you have to remember that this is the first exercise, so it just shows you if you do this right, it works. Then just in the last minute I kind of give a bit of downward pressure onto his legs just to kind of finish him off, really, as you'll see by his face. He enjoyed that. There it is. Yeah. So moving on from that, we jumped on over to the leg press. And basically what I did with Paul here was I asked him to work up to a weight that was comfortable for him to do 8 reps with, and consider that 3 or 4 reps short of failure. Now, as you can tell, this isn't your normal leg press. It is about 160 kilos before you put any weight on it. So I basically worked him up to 3 plates aside, where he'd do 8 reps, and then basically crawl over to what isn't a normal hack squat either. You gotta love Elite FES. But he basically supersetted leg press into hack squats, where I had him come down for 3 seconds into a small pause at the bottom, and then I gave him the tempo of 2 seconds on the way up, just so he wouldn't shoot out of the bottom, but at the same time keep good tempo and tension.
Alright, Paul. How'd you feel?
Good death.
Yeah? Did you feel like a big bag of shit warmed up? Close?
Pretty close to that.
Pretty close? Sweet. That's what we like to hear.
So then after that, I just brought him into some 3 sets of 20 steps, slow lunges. At this stage your quads should feel like they're about to burst out their skin. So that's just really to kind of send the pain home. And then just finish off 4 sets of 10 to 12 stiff legs. So going mid-shin to the floor, depending on your flexibility, and just coming back up 3/4 of the way just to kind of really hammer the hamstrings home.
Right, we just got back home. I don't know if you can see shit because it's dark as fuck. But Paul, this is Mr. Paul O'Sullivan.
What's happening, guys?
I have known Paul since, how long have I known you, Paul?
Last year, really.
Last year when I moved down to Cork.
January, February.
Last, yeah, it would have been February. I would have been down there. Yeah. People are texting me. I know Paul since, I know you near enough on a year now. And I have watched him do the Spring Classic, where you first jumped on stage and did men's physique. I met Paul, and I met Paul through a mutual friend who was looking after Paul for prep, and asked me to have a look at him and tell him what I thought, and whether he should compete or not, and what he should compete in. Like 8 weeks
Not even
8 weeks out from the
Spring Classic.
Spring Classic, and I had helped with your diet for a photo shoot, wasn't it? And then out of a photo shoot, so I helped his coach get him in shape for photo shoot, and then reverse diet out of the photo shoot to that point where I first met him, and we decided that we'd put him in for. Well, we recommended to him that he go for the physique, where it was kind of I was actually probably a bad shout because although you're in good nick, you were just like.
Wasn't ready.
I think you were.
Well,
There's about 5 million people in your class though.
yeah.
So
The standard was high.
yeah.
So it really was, to be fair.
Yeah, so from that point then you had 2 weeks to Cork.
After Spring Classic was a week.
Was it a week?
later. Yeah.
Was it? Oh.
7 days.
So he had 7 days and jumped on stage to Mr. Cork for the under 75s. Under 75s, took first place, and then I then took on his kind of your leg training more so. Because your wheels were a bit of a weak point, so we brought up his wheels then for nationals where you did the under 70s. Where'd you go? We don't know. That was a fucking savage class though. Miguel Montero won that class, and he was. If you don't know him, look him up. He's actually he's the nicest dude, isn't he? He's the nicest guy I fucking know in bodybuilding. And if you're watching, props to you, my man. You're an absolute legend and savage physique. But yeah, that was a long year of prepping, and you probably should have took the time off. But fuck it, like that's how you learn. So we've not learned anything, and you're still prepping.
Yeah.
We're back prepping again. What the fuck? Anyway, moving along swiftly. Yeah, so I've taken Paul on to prep him along with Billy Keogh. The two lads came to me to prep them for the spring. Paul's going to go back in for the under 70s, and Billy, we're undecided about Billy. We might put him in for juniors, or we might put him in for physique again, because Billy did physique and came fourth. And if you don't know Billy Keogh, Keogh, is a fucking he's a fucking freak. He's just a genetic freak.
Monster.
He's an absolute monster of a young fella. But yeah, anyway, so Paul has been coming up to me the last few weeks. If you follow me on Snapchat, you'd have seen his pain and his pain expressions. And this evening we put him through a bit of a Meadows style workout. How'd you find it, mate?
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah.
Very, very tough. I'm feeling it now. Very, very tired and sore.
Yeah.
The only thing keeping me going right now is the Cocoa Pops.
Yeah.
You know. No, as Cav said, you know, we've known each other about a year. So I came to Cav a couple of weeks ago, really. Just asking about prep. So it's just I wanted someone that actually understands the way my body works and how my mind frame is and my mindset is. So I know Cav fairly well. Came to him. He said he'd take me on, no problem. The same with Billy Keogh. Look him up on Instagram.
Look him up on Instagram as well.
So yeah, the last few weeks I've been training under Cav, and I have to admit I'm very, very happy. Diet is spot on. I don't know what to say about diet or the training really. Like the training is perfect. Loving it. It's been a while since I took interest in training full time. Like, you know, like my mind frame hasn't been right for the last few months. I had a few personal issues, a few problems going on. So with the help of a few friends, including Cav, it's just a lot of help given to me. So yeah, like to trust someone to put your body through so much work, it takes a lot. So as Cav said, I did 3 shows last year, non-stop prep the whole year, from January until October, and then after October nationals, I didn't really come off of prep as such. I still kept lean or strict enough on the diet, but not too strict. You know, a bit of leniency, alright. So back on diet now. Diet's 100% clean. Well, what's on the diet anyway?
Yeah, it's regimented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So looking forward to prep now. Getting lean, as Cav said, under 70s again now this year, for Spring Classic, and we'll see what happens in Cork. So hopefully, Miguel, I'll see you at Spring Classic. If you are watching this, Miguel, on the ball, fair play for nationals. And see you later, guys.
Yeah. And then just before we knock off, it's actually been a mad one for you because I gave you, both of you and Billy, a little bit of a diet plan at the start of the year to run off until we came to 2 weeks out from, 14 weeks out from spring, and then I gave the lads another diet then for 2 weeks to go on to, just to kind of get them.
Kind of ease us into it, really.
Yeah, kind of like a trial run, like a warm up lap or whatever before they got into the actual diet. And basically what I did was I fed them loads at the start of the year, until 14 weeks out, and then I fed them a tiny bit more, and then you fucking lost more weight, didn't you? You dropped 2 kilos or something in 2 weeks. Just his metabolism has gotten a lot healthier this time around, and it's going to make for a good showing in April, because your body's just like a furnace now. Your body's just taking to it now really well, like, so.
Abs all year round.
Abs, this fucker. What's your Pablo Cork _13?
No, it's Pablo Cork 13.
Okay, Pablo Cork 13 on Instagram, and you will not see a picture of this man with his top off without abs. This man always has abs. It's frightening, and he makes me sick, and I want to punch him in the face a lot of the time because of that. I do love you, mate. It's a love-hate relationship, though. I love you and I hate your abs.
I hit my legs right now.
Simply because I don't like them and I don't have them. But anyway, yeah, so it'd be interesting to see. So follow this man. I'm going to be doing a bit of a series on him and Billy. So every time they come up and train, I'm going to get footage of them training, and then they're posing, and stuff like that, and just like update it as they go. And he's like, those of you that take interest can kind of watch what it is like and what it takes, and how good their mood is or isn't, depending on their diet. I think it'd be interesting to see from outsiders looking in to the sport of bodybuilding that haven't competed before or are interested in competing. It'd be an interesting, I've said interesting a lot. It'll be interesting to have to be a fly in the wall, so to speak, the odd time, and just kind of see what it takes and what the lads go through and stuff like that. So so expect this to be the kind of start of a series. I did a leg training vlog. I did a how-to. I was like leg training 101, and that's going to be in a how-to playlist. And then these boys are going to have their own little playlist where it'll just be prep clients, and you'll be able to run off who I prep, because of another guy who's come to me now wants me to prep him for nationals. Knowing you crazy bastard, you'll probably want to do nationals as well. So
see how it goes.
Yeah.
If I want to take time off.
Yeah, we'll see. Not like you'd fucking get out of shape anyway, you bastard. But yeah. So basically that's it. Pablo Cork 13. What's Billy's?
Billy Kyoyo.
Billy Kyoyo is BILLYKEYOYO.
Something like that.
KEYOYO. Yeah. And follow the lads and just see.
Guys. So I've seen a bit of myself and Billy with Cav for the upcoming few months, and maybe more, hopefully. But no, seriously, all in well, like, Cav is really good at what he does. You know, he's an absolute gent. I'm not just saying because he's a buddy of mine or because he's right here, but he is. He's A1. He will sit down and talk you through it. If you want a diet plan, if you want a workout plan, even if you want to prep for a competition or a photo shoot, he is your man. So really consider asking Cav for help. I'm sure he'd be more than willing to take people on.
Definitely.
So if you're interested, just hit him up. Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever. You know, I promise you will not regret it. You'll be in the best shape of your life. That is a promise.
Oh mate. Thanks mate. Like, share, subscribe, invite your nan, tell your mum, all that good shit. Bye for now.
See you later, guys.
First working set, 10.